Writing Poetry for Kids, Episode 5, Repetition. Before we begin, let's review some tools that good poets use to improve their writing. They use their 5 senses. They use their poet glasses and make comparisons. They write about big feelings, and they pay attention to spacing. Today we're going to learn about another tool that poets use, repetition. Repetition is when words or phrases are repeated in a poem or a song. Poets use repetition to create rhythm and make poems sound musical. They also use repetition to emphasize an idea or feeling to better impact the reader. You've probably seen a lot of repetition in poems and in music, and you're probably wondering, how can I use repetition in my own poetry? Here are 2 different ideas to get you started on using repetition in your poems. The first one is a description poem. In this type of poem, you explain a topic you know or feel a lot about. The second one is a story poem. In this type of poem, you describe a real memory or a made-up situation. Let's try writing a repetition description poem. First, choose a topic you know or feel a lot about. Then, repeat a word or phrase at the beginning or end of each stanza. Today I'm going to write about my dog, and I'm going to repeat the phrase, "my dog is," at the beginning of each stanza. Here's my poem. My dog. My dog is sweet. She cuddles me when I am sad. My dog is playful. She chases a ball around. My dog is mischievous. She tears apart the garbage. My dog is my best friend. Now let's write a repetition story poem. First, choose a real or make-believe story. Second, repeat a word or phrase at the beginning or end of each stanza. I'm going to write a true story about the first day of school. And I'm going to repeat the phrase, "it's the first day of school," at the beginning of each stanza. Here's my poem. First day. It's the first day of school. My backpack's by the door, filled with pens and pencils, paper, books, and more. It's the first day of school. I have a new outfit on, a big bow in my hair, styled nicely by my mom. It's the first day of school. I feel a lot of things. I wave goodbye and then hello before the tardy bell rings. I'm going to try writing another repetition story poem with a make-believe story. And in this make-believe story, I'm going to write about an alien invasion and repeat the phrase, "when the aliens arrive," at the end of each stanza. Here's my poem. Invasion. We will all hide at first when the aliens arrive, then slowly creep out and say hello when the aliens arrive. We will share our snacks and toys when the aliens arrive. We will all be sad to say goodbye when the aliens go home. Notice how this poem repeated in the first 3 stanzas, but then changed in the final stanza. This can be a fun way to end your repetition story poem because the reader will really notice when something changes a little bit, and that will emphasize your point even more. Repetition is a tool that poets use to create rhythm and emphasize main ideas. You can try out this tool by writing a description poem, a story poem, or any poem you can think of. Have fun writing!